avoid lying signals. So there are some lying signals. All of these are psychological factors, right? The way human behaves in certain scenarios. So let's suppose we are thinking of a scenario where you lied upon your resume. There are chances that some of the applicants lie on their resume, which I'm not supporting. I'm not a supporter of such things. You shouldn't lie on your resume. Let's suppose you did that. Now, while answering upon that particular section on which you lied, you're touching your mouth, you're touching your face, your mouth, your nose, your ears as well. Now, what all are these? These are lying signals that you are particularly lying about this part. Let's suppose you have written that I have been the captain of my school cricket team and we have won the district competition, the inter school competition, and blah blah blah, because you are lying upon that part. Now, while you are lying upon that part, while you are answering, someone asks you a question. Now you are touching your face, you're touching your nose, you're touching your ears while answering. That particularly gives them a hint that you are lying upon that part. All these all those interviewers, they are experienced people, right? They will catch you the moment you started lying, right? So these are all the lying signals. I hope that you are able to follow till now. So what are the lying signals? Touching your face, especially your mouth, your nose, and your ears. That particularly gives them a hint that you are lying upon that particular part, right? So avoid doing that, and for real, do not lie on your resume as well. That won't help you in your career. That those things does backfire, not then but in future as well. So there are chances that that lying on your resume can backfire as well. So do not lie that, and I do not. Now, what is the next step that you have to consider after avoiding the lying signal? The next step is to give the perfect handshake. When you're done with the interview, you need to make sure that you give the perfect handshake. So there are chances that like most of you do give it a give it a go, that okay, let's give a perfect handshake. So this is very important. So what are the rules and what are the mistakes that usually happens? So if your handshake is pretty firm, you will be seen as a dominant person, right? If your handshake is pretty firm, you will be seen as a dominant person. If your handshake is too weak, you will be seen as underconfident person. Right? If your handshake is too weak, you will be seen as underconfident person. So these are the two things, that few mistakes. Now, what are the rules and how you have to make sure that you give the perfect handshake that is required? Right. So there are three rules that you have to follow. The rule one is to initiate the handshake. So if I am the applicant, if I am the if I am the interviewee, double E at the end. I am the one who is sitting in the interview. Now I have to initiate the handshake, right? I have to initiate the handshake. Now, what is the second thing that I have to consider? Because if I am being too firm in my grip, that will show me as a dominant person. If I am being too weak, in my grip, that will show me as a underconfident person. Now, what I have to do, the best thing that you can do at this particular moment is to match the interviewer grips so that you can maintain a balance, right? So, if you're matching the interviewer grip, that's perfect. If that is firm, then you reply with a firm grip as well, right? Now, what is the rule third? Apply the 1 2 second rule. Let's suppose you are initiating the handshake. Now, 1 2, and then this moment you say the name and you smile. You carry a smile on your face and you repeat their name. Right. This is the 1 2 second rule. That's it. That's how you give a perfect handshake. So step 7 is about giving the perfect handshake. Too firm, you will be seen as as a dominant person. Too weak, you will be seen as a underconfident person. So these are the three rules that you have to follow. You have to make sure that you follow all the three rules. Rule 1, initiate the handshake. Rule 2, match the interviewer grips. Rule 3, apply the 1 2 second rule. Smile and repeat the name. Do carry a smile. As I said in the starting of the video, 39% of the applicants lose out on their jobs because they do not carry a smile in the interview process. So do keep that in mind. Do practice. Practice makes a man perfect. That's how it is. Right. Now what is the last thing, because we have covered all the 7 steps, so now is the time for the revision. We need to revise this, right? So quick revision. First step, maintain good eye contact. Don't wander, don't look here and there, right? Maintain good eye contact, very important. As I've been repeatedly saying this, you have to maintain good eye contact. Now what is the second thing? That do not cross your arms. That you do not have to cross your arms. You do not have to cross your arms at any cost. That's a big no. That will show that you are being defensive or uninterested. Third thing, practice your handshake. As I said, you won't be uh, you won't be able to perfect your handshake only by listening through this video. You need to practice your handshake. Arrange your belongingness properly. Arrange your belongings properly. You need to make sure that you are carrying your things in the interview properly. Avoid trying to cross your legs. As I said, you are not able to see my legs right now, but yeah, make sure that you avoid trying to cross your legs. That can cause distraction when you're switching your legs. When you're moving here and there around, let's suppose you're switching your legs, that can cause distraction. Keep an interested expression and don't forget to smile. As I said, carrying a smile increases your chances in the interview. As I said, that's the main thing. Carrying a smile can increase your chance for getting successful in that particular interview. Now remember good posture and sit up straight. Do not slouch. Do not be so much backwards. Right? Do not be too comfortable. That's a big no. Right? Remember good posture and sit up straight. Don't overuse hand gestures. Right? Let's suppose I'm explaining something by doing this. If I'm overusing my hand gestures, all of your focus, all of the interviewer focus will be on my hands, and they won't be able to listen to what I'm saying. So they will miss out on so many things, right? So don't overuse hand gestures. You don't want to distract from what I am particularly saying. Don't want to distract from what you are saying. Now, the last thing in the revision, remain calm. Don't let nerves make your feet do a tap dance. Right. There are many people around. Let's suppose we do go to in cinemas, and many people start tap dancing because they are anxious. They're, that's their how react. That's their habit. That's their how react in situation. They started tapping their feet. That's a big no. That particularly shows that you are being pretty anxious. You are being pretty nervous. You're just indicating to the interviewer that you are being pretty nervous. Right. So remain calm. Don't let nerves make your feet do a tap dance. You don't have to do a tap dance with your feet. That will give clear hints to the interviewer that you are being pretty nervous and anxious. Now, what are the tips that I will actually like you to give? So, particularly as I said, keep a check on all these steps. Maintain good eye contact and don't cross your arms. Practice your handshake. Keep an interested expression and do not forget to smile. That's pretty much important. Right. Don't overuse hand gestures and remain calm. You have to be calm. That's how it is. Let's suppose, you are overburdened with your preparation. And certainly while entering the interview panel, you are like, I wasn't able to revise this. I wasn't able to memorize that. And certainly when you enter the room, you started faltering. You started making mistakes on those questions which you can easily attempt it on any other day, but on that particular day you were being pretty nervous, you were being pretty anxious. That affected your performance. So whenever you enter the interview panel, slow down your breath, focus, keep your nerves calm. Right? If you are able to keep a hold on your nerves, you will be able to listen properly what they are asking, and that's how you're going to respond. Right? Whatever you have prepared, let's suppose you are pretty anxious person in journal, but whenever you enter the interview room, make sure that you show your best version out there. You need to get that job, right? You are aiming for that job, and because you were nervous, because you were anxious, you lose out on that job. No. If you are an anxious person, you are someone who get very nervous, right? Keep all that outside the interview room. Whenever you enter the interview room, make sure that you put your best version out there. you're pretty confident person, you're showing, you're portraying your best over there, so that your chances of getting or clearing that interview increases, because there is a lot of competition. Everyone is after some job or other, right? The competition in our country, because the number of jobs and number of people seeking the jobs, there is a mismatch, and the mismatch will increase with time. So you have to make sure that whenever you are going into that interview room, you are carrying that confidence that I'm going to kill it. Whatever you have memorized, whatever you learn, that's enough. Go into the interview room like you own that place, and you will be good to go, right? So if you did like this session, do leave a like, and do leave a sub to the channel as well, as I've been saying, and share with your friends, because all this session will be benefited to everyone, those who are sitting in the college placement session this year, next year, and the coming years. Now the last thing that you have to do is you know mention in the comment section that how this video helped you, or and other thing that you have to do is to hit the bell icon, so whenever I come up with the new videos, particularly on this campus hiring session, so you get notified by that. And download the Talent Blazer app as well. That's available on Play Store. The link for the same will be mentioned in the in the description below, so you can download the app from the Google Play Store, and that app will help you preparing many other courses, this interview hiring session, and there are other things as well. So do take a look upon that app as well. Do visit their website, Talent Blazer. The link for the same will be mentioned in the description below. So yeah, that will be all for this video. This was all about good gestures. I will be coming with the new next video on a new topic that will help your interview prep. So yeah, you know, join me for the next session as well, and thank you.